at the New York Stock Exchange, portraits of Marchionne, Sergio Marchionne, hung above the trading floor. It was a fitting tribute for a man who towered over his industry and pulled a US institution back from the brink. CNN's Claire Sebastian looks back at the life of Sergio Marchionne.
He's known as the man who saved an American icon. Fiat Chrysler boss Sergio Marchionne dead at the age of 66 after complications from surgery. A relentless leader with a wit to match, Marchionne pulled off what many have called a miracle, rescuing Chrysler from the brink of collapse.
Our moment is to go back in and start making cars that people like and to sell them at a profit. I know it sounds incredibly trivial, but it's that simple.
During the financial crisis, he struck a deal with the US government to bail out the car maker.
This is not a sign of weakness, but rather one more step on a clearly charted path to Chrysler's revival.
As a combined company, Fiat Chrysler repaid its debts and emerged as a global powerhouse. Marchionne was known for his bold initiatives, his trademark black sweater, and his sharp tongue.
Do you think that Chrysler could have stood on its own 2 feet and come back without this government money?
Whoever tells you that is smoking illegal material.
He came to the auto industry as an outsider, taking over Fiat in 2004, when the carmaker was billions of dollars in debt. He cleaned house, and within 2 years, it was turning a profit.
There's nothing worse for a leader than to see fear in people's faces.
Marchionne was also the first of his peers to come out against a 2-tier wage system in the US that would allow carmakers to pay new hires lower wages to save money.
I think the world of American workers. What happened here at Chrysler would have been impossible without the commitment that they've shown. Absolutely impossible.
And Marchionne loved fast cars. He was also chairman and CEO of Ferrari, which spun off from Fiat Chrysler in 2016.
I'm delighted. I mean, just to be able to see and show off these cars and this organization to the capital markets and allow them to stand up on their own is a huge feat for us.
Before his death, Marchionne had planned to retire in 2019. Despite the company's turnaround, Fiat Chrysler is still a distant third in US sales and 8th globally.
But we dare to dream big, and we have begun delivering on that dream.
While questions remain about Fiat Chrysler's long-term future, Marchionne's legacy as the company's savior is not in doubt.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, dude.
Claire Sebastian, CNN, New York.
Lauren Fix, the car coach, knew Marchionne.
Yeah, it was very sad. We knew on Friday that there was something going wrong, and Saturday morning they had an emergency meeting, and they put Mike Manley in charge, who's going to do a great job. 54 years old. He helped build the Ram and the Jeep lineup, and I think it's really going to help Fiat Chrysler.
Did Marchionne, has he left Fiat Chrysler in a strong position?
Yes, he has. I mean, think about what it was when he took it over. I mean, he was an accountant, a businessman, a lawyer, smart man, and worked crazy hours, slept on a plane, lived drinking espresso and smoking heavily, and then he gave that up a year ago. And we were called and told that, sadly, that he was in a coma on Saturday morning, and we knew something was up. It was a stroke. And they tried weaning him off.
This was as a result, I mean, he went in for surgery for other matters.
For a shoulder, yeah.
Yes, and suffered an illness, a stroke.
Yeah, we don't know the exact details,
Sure.
but we know that he had a stroke, and it's very sad. He was such a smart man and just...
Nice?
Yes, very, very fun guy, and so are the people that hang out with him. We have a great time with the people at Fiat Chrysler.
Good to see you. Thank you very much.
Good to see you, too.